Hi, I'm Slack, that's Tony, and welcome to Smog Vlog. Today we're going to be taking a look at Pure Evil's new flavours. Today we've got for you Scream Queen.
Next up, we've got Black Crack.
And lastly, we'll be sent to Jamnation. Dun dun dun!
And welcome back. Right, like we said, we're doing another juice review because that's what we do.
Yeah.
So, taking you through the methodology first, we're going to be using the iJust 2 tank. It's an old tank, but it's a firm favourite. We both feel we get good flavour from it.
Not only that, but we're very familiar with the flavour we do get from it. We know what to expect. We've been using it since it came out. So yeah, we're very familiar. So we will know what we're experiencing with the juice more better.
Yes. Moving on. We've obviously got a fresh 5-pack of coils. I've got one loaded in the tank ready for the juice. And for the dripper test...
Yeah, Royal Hunter again, because again, we know the flavour. So yeah, I've got the Royal Hunter. We'll go re-wick and recoil it or clean the coils depending on how it goes between rounds. Have a little palate cleanser between rounds as well, so we're not getting flavour blindness. But without further ado, let's dive into our first one. So we have Scream Queen. Ooh. So it's described as the purest, palest cream crushed to death between two slabs of ill-gotten gold. Judging by the skull on the front, this is a custard cream biscuit, which is awesome. You know, I could live off biscuits and cake. I used to live off biscuits and cake. I've been told I'm not allowed to for health reasons. However, if I can get an all-day vape out of a biscuit flavour, winner. So, without further ado, we're going to fill up and we'll see you in a sec.
Okay, so here we are. I've juiced my tank up. Slack's juiced his dripper up. We are wet.
Moist.
Okay guys, so this new range from Pure Evil, we're only going to be doing the 3 that we've already shown you. First up is...
I've already introduced Scream Queen.
Scream Queen, like we said. They're in the Max VG range. They're available in 0, 3 and 6 milligram nicotines. We've got the 3 loaded up. So without further ado, Slack's going to take a hit on his.
Yeah, okay.
While I tell you that he's using it on the Lassimo L1 at about how much wattage?
52.5.
52.5. The build he's got in there is
dual Claptons, and yeah, they're running at about 0.3 ohms. And Tony can't put atomizers together, apparently.
I don't usually have a problem.
You really get the biscuit, like the custard cream biscuit, you know. There's a sort of dryness, sort of almost into savoury with the dryness, but there's like this sort of sweet, creamy undertone to it, much like the biscuit, you know. Yeah, I mean, this is really tasty. It's really not in your face, sickly and offensive. It's just got a sort of gentle sweet, but like I say, almost borderline savoury with the biscuity effect going on. I think it could quite easily make for an all-day vape if you're not into the mega sweet ones.
So while I'm not really a lover of custard creams or custard flavours or anything like that, this is really inoffensive. I don't mind this at all, and I completely agree with Slack. Like, this could be an all-day vape really easily. It's just got a lovely subtle flavour to it, and they've really nailed the biscuit.
Yeah, and what I'm getting, the more I have it, it sort of almost changes a bit. The varying of the sweetness to the, the sort of creaminess that you're getting through from it makes it interesting.
Okay, for continuity's sake, I'm running it on cuboid.
With the iJust 2 tank with the 0.3 ohm coils in it, I'm assuming. Yeah.
And there's not a lot difference between tank and dripper.
Yeah, I mean, these coils are really good. They take the high VG juice and just go, and go on, keep going. And yeah, flavour wise, it's really coming through on the tank as well, which is nice. One thing I'm finding with the screen cream, with that sort of dryness and the sort of almost borderline savoury, it's not savoury, it is sweet, but it's not mega sweet. It's got that sort of, savoury-esque sort of thing. It kind of reminds me a little bit of Policeman from One Hit Wonder, with that sort of hit where it's that dry, but this I would much prefer as an all-day vape. It's that same sort of ballpark with that almost dryness, but yeah, much nicer, much more for me. Right, okay, that about does it for this one. It's really nice, I'm loving it. I'm just going to finish off what's left in the tank and finish clouding out the room. Then we're going to give the tanks a clean out, a new coil, re-wick and clean out the dripper. Then we're going to be back for some black crack.
That sounds so wrong. I'm not against it. I'm just saying it sounds wrong. Okay, here we are with round 2, black crack. Right, he's re-wicked. I've
Coiled,
cleaned and juiced and the rest of it.
personal hygiene, very important.
But by the magic of the internet, you don't see any time delay. It's taken us half an hour.
But here, half an hour.
No. Anyway, back on topic. Black crack, a concoction of dark berries with aniseed.
And an eerie sense of mint that will chill you to your bone. Ooh, right, let's give it a hit. I'm always a bit cautious with the mint on menthols on a dripper because I'm not hardcore.
Yeah, I will interject here with the fact that, a few years ago I was actually exclusively on menthol. I just couldn't get enough of the stuff. And the stronger the better, so I'm not really fazed by anything with menthol, mint. And I quite like aniseed as well. How are you getting on with it?
Yeah, I'm not... Aniseed I find very hit and miss. Sometimes I like it, sometimes I don't. Like licorice I generally don't like. But in vapes, it can act as a good ingredient, and yeah, that's pleasant. The mint actually on the dripper, I thought was going to blow my head off, like it usually does when you get near a dripper, but it doesn't. It is just that sort of chilling, sort of like, whew, there it is.
Yeah.
It's pleasant.
With the tank, the menthol is more of just sort of like a nose clearer. You'll feel it and you're like, oh yeah, I can breathe a little bit. But it's more about the aniseed and the berries, and that's really at the forefront. Now let's try the dripper, because if history has taught me anything, it's menthol on a dripper blows your head off. Yep. No, it's not too bad. It's definitely more mentholy on the dripper, but then all the flavours are brought to the forefront as well. So you more berry and more aniseed. It's just all in your face. It's a good mix.
This is really pleasant. There's certainly an element of the licorice in here, but it's like the sort of smell of licorice you get in a sweet shop when there's a ton of other smells. This very much reminds me of the smell of sweet shops, really. Yeah, there's berries. You get the berries and you get the aniseed and you definitely get the mint, more so on the dripper. But yeah, there's just that sort of almost old-worldly sweet shop sort of taste going on with it.
Beautiful. Beautiful. They've done good with that, as far as I'm concerned. Would you stop blowing it at the camera? They can't fucking see us.
Yeah, but they can almost taste it. It's so close they can taste it.
Try it. It's good.
Try some, crack dealer.
Black crack. You'll never go back. Okay, so is it an all-day vape?
Well, for me, I'm surprised to say, yeah, I reckon this could be quite easily, which is so rare for aniseed. I mean, the last thing I had that had like any aniseed in it that was an all-day vape for me was this snake oil thing, and yeah, this could be. I'm quite surprised, but I think that just sort of subtle kick of mint and that sort of almost sweet shop smell going on with it, it just sort of keeps it interesting. And again, it's another flavour that sort of changes with each hit, not drastically, but a little bit. Makes it more interesting and certainly lends towards being an all-day vape, which is cool.
Yeah. What do I think? Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah, what do you think, Tony? Your value's important.
Yes, in a tank, definitely. It's so easy on the taste buds, on the lungs as well. It's fresh, refreshing with that menthol kick in there. I quite like aniseed. Berries, I'm just a fruit person.
Fruity. Right, okay, that's black crack done. We've been doing some black crack for you. Anyway, on to the next one, which is the one, to be honest, I'm the most excited about, having smelt the bottle. Jamnation. It just smells fantastic. Anyway, as always, we're going to clean up here, have a little palate cleanser ourselves, and get back to you.
He means a cup of tea. Okay, and here you are, joining us for the last in the series of these three from Pure Evil. We've tried venting the room a little bit. Hasn't worked.
Yeah, token gesture, really.
It's a good cup of tea, though. It's a good cup of tea, so I'm glad you're all happy with that. Now, last on the series is Jamnation. Now, this is a sugary, sweet raspberry jam flavour.
Boiled alive in the devil's batter for eternal Jamnation.
Apparently.
I like this. So far, the smell and the name alone have got me. So, without further ado, let's give this a hit and see what it's made of. Ah, raspberry jam, man.
Raspberry jam.
Yeah. It's like a really nice, really posh, expensive raspberry jam for me.
It's a beautiful tasting jam, but on the exhale, you get kind of like a crispy donut.
Maybe. I'm just focusing on the jam because that's awesome.
The jam is definitely there, but at the sides of the tongue, I'm just getting that sort of like doughy
special ingredients.
the secret ingredient. It's beautiful though. It is lovely. They've really nailed the raspberry.
Yeah, it's just the raspberry jam here. It is just so awesome. It is so much like a nice jam, not like a cheap super sweet one. I know it says sweet, but it is sweet, but not sickly sweet. And it just tastes so much like a really posh raspberry jam. It's just, I've not had anything like this before. It's crazy.
The finer things in life.
I mean, that's one thing I will say about all three of these juices. I've not had anything remotely like them. The nearest one to having had something similar would have been the black crack. There's a couple I've tried before that are a similar ballpark. But, you know, the custard cream and this jam affair is just really unique and really tasty.
Oh, we're swapping for science.
Yeah.
For science. You juiced all down your mud.
Not just down my mind. No, the jam got me excited.
I've got an idea what that special ingredient is.
Yeah, I mean, that is just super tasty.
Yeah, I think we can both agree that in terms of an all-day vape, this is so easy.
Yeah, I mean, if you like jam, give this a try. It's that simple. And it's exactly the same in the tank, you know, not really losing anything. The tank seems to cut down a little bit of the mint in the black crack one. But in this, it's not cutting down anything. It's the very same sort of taste.
Very similar.
Yeah, just on the exhale, it's just the jam. Oh, I love it.
No, I'm definitely getting that sort of doughy, sort of crispy donut.
Maybe.
Sweet, sugary donut.
I almost don't want to know it's there. I just want to focus on the awesome jamness.
You can't get away from the raspberry jam.
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 Yeah, we've lost the room again.
We're doing nothing but smogging out the room.
Smog vlog.
Smog vlog.
Welcome to Smog vlog. This is the smoggiest of smog vlogs, considering the window's open now, and yeah.
A testament to Pure Evil's eJuicery.
Yeah, so I find with a lot of British liquids that the clouds can be a little bit misty. You go for the max VG, the high VG, the clouds just aren't there. And with this, yeah, I mean, just where are we? You know, we could be anywhere now. This is like some sort of space landing going on. It's seriously chucking some clouds. You got some serious flavour coming through. It's not just all about the clouds. You know, it's lovely. Right, so that's about it. I mean, I guess we have to ask Tony, what was your favourite of the three?
Between the three, it's a real close tie between Jamnation and Black Crack for me. I think Jamnation has just pipped the other one to the post. That raspberry really coming through and just fucking lovely. I love it. You?
Yeah, it's the same deal. I mean, Jamnation wins out for me. It is. All of the flavours are very unique, you know. Like I said, that they're quite individual and not just been done 100 times. So that's really cool. Jamnation's going to win out, but it was pretty close with the custard cream affair of Scream Queen. You know, it's so close. Scream Queen is a little bit more interesting and dry. It sort of suits that, but the Jamnation sweetness, it's awesome. It just tastes like jam.
So as always with all of our eJuice reviews, taste is very subjective and down to the individual, but if any of these flavours are the sort of things that you'd normally go for, it's definitely worth giving them a go.
Yeah, I've really enjoyed them, and I'm glad I got the opportunity to give them a go. Be sure to check out evilvapors.com, and yeah. Okay guys, so that about wraps up our review of the 3 new flavours available from Pure Evil.
Thank you for watching. We hope you're enjoying what we're doing, and if you do, please don't be afraid to drop us a like and do the whole subscribe thing.
And don't forget to share as well. You know, we're all about growing, and tell your friends, tell your pets, all that sort of stuff.
Definitely the pets. Don't forget to follow us on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram, because we are quite
chatty.
Really, are we? Who'd have thunk it? But anyway, for now guys, thank you for watching. Also, don't forget to check out Facebook, UK Vaping Forum. We're quite active on there as well. This guy forgot to tell you that. But thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.
Well, it's not in the middle of a review. It's not
in the middle of a review. You're right.
We're recording.
Not in the middle.
Well, we're somewhere between the start and the end. On account
No.
of, I've pressed record.
On account of not actually introducing, it is not the start.
Hi, I'm Slack. That's Tony. We're doing a review. Yay! Finished?
Are you finishing now as well?
Yeah. Thanks for watching Smog Vlog. Right, okay.
Don't forget to do the head trick.
Ah.
No, it's not.
I can't get them to line up straight. Fuck!
Fill up.
I meant the drippers and tanks.
I don't know what you meant.
Not anything sordid. Ah.
Damn it! Fucking childproof.
So far, so good. We'll see how we go.
Unless it's my eyes refresh rate.
Could be. Could be. I think the lip sync's out.
Like I'm in a fucking Chinese movie all over again.
Definitely.
Where's Bruce Lee? I killed you. Back on subject. Black Crack. A concoction of aniseed and menthol.
No.
Okay guys, so that about wraps up our review from...
Smog Vlog. Where's Smog Vlog?
Okay guys, so that about wraps up our review of...
the new flavours from Pure Evil.
Okay guys, that about wraps up our review of this eJuice from...
Pure Evil. I don't know what we've done now. Did we already do that bit?
Yeah, you did.
Okay.
Okay, guys, so that about wraps up our review from... Fuck me.
I'll do it.